Hi everybody, today I'm going to be giving you guys a recipe for a very delicious and healthy ground turkey meatloaf. So I started off with some chopped red onions, and normally I use fresh garlic, but I'm out of that, so we're going to just use regular minced garlic today. We'll start off by adding a bit of half a tablespoon of butter on the pan, let it melt. Once that melts, we'll add in the onions and garlic. So the onions and garlics are in here, slowly sauteing them until the onions turn into a transparent color. In the meantime, I picked up a couple of leaves of parsley. I'm going to grab a few more because I'm actually doubling the recipe. So about probably 4 leaves of this type we're going to need. I'm going to use 8 because I'm doubling the recipe. We're going to chop them up. So the garlic actually cooked a little bit faster than the fresh garlic. And actually the jarred garlic, it's not going to give its best taste, but you know, you work with what you have. And we're going to turn this off, and we're going to let it pour it into this bowl to cool down for a couple of minutes. While that was cooling down, I've chopped up the parsley, so look like so. Remember, this recipe is doubled, so you only need about half of this, which is about 4 leaves this size, all of them stemmed and washed. Chop them up. We're going to mix them up and chop it. Into this bowl, we're going to crack 2 eggs. And like I said, I'm doubling my recipe. I just want to keep reminding you guys that. I'm going to put 2 eggs in there. I'm going to add 4, and we're just going to whisk it all up. Now we can add in the parsley. I'm going to pour that all in, and then we're going to chop up the sun-dried tomatoes. This is the brand that I use. You can use any brand you like. I've already used it in previous other recipes, so we use about 1/3 for each meatloaf. So I'm going to use this and then get 1/3 out of my second jar. I'll show you guys how it looks when it's chopped up. Okay, this is how it looks when it's all chopped up. I'm going to add it into this bowl. We're going to mix it all up so you can chop it as finely as you like, or if you like it chunkier. And then we're going to add in the ground turkey. Now I'm using organic turkey today, but I have used Shady Brook or Butterball. We just need about 1 pound. Like I said, I'm doubling it up, so I'm going to use 2 of them. At this point, you want to set your oven to 375 so it can heat up, and then we'll dump the turkey with the remaining ingredients into the bowl and mix. So we're going to add about 1/2 cup of feta crumbled cheese. Dump that in there, and 1/2 cup of panko breadcrumbs. You can substitute these for whichever ones you like as well. Remember, I'm doubling it, so I'm going to add my extra in now. Add some salt. Let's see, a little bit of salt. Remember, mine's double, so you don't need as much. You just use about half that salt. I use a bunch of pepper because personally I like it, but you can use as much as you like or as little as you like. And we're going to mix it all. Works best by hand, so I'm going to mix it all up by hand, and then we'll add a splash of milk. Your meatloaf should now look like this. We'll add a splash of milk. I'm going to get 2 splashes because I have doubled my recipe. In a baking pan with whatever size, you're going to line it with foil and spray with Pam. And then we're going to form and shape. Don't forget to mix your meatloaf mix. And we're going to form a mold. Okay, here's 2 molds I made. You don't need an actual bread mold to make them. The oven is ready, so we're going to insert this pan and let it bake at 375 for about 45 minutes.